All right, everybody. Hopefully you folks can hear me. Hopefully we can get started in just a second. Welcome in, everyone. Let me just get myself situated here. All right. Hopefully that works. Let me just say hello to everybody and get y'all welcomed in real quick. I got a little poll in the chat today if anybody's interested. Cobra's Forgotten Garlic Buttercups. Welcome in, Nutty. Yes, please, everyone, hit that like button if you're enjoying the content. Hopefully I'm not coming in too loud or anything. Hopefully, it looks like I might be. I don't know. Welcome in, Yellow Moon. Welcome in, Mouse Toes. Welcome in, Empress Chavinin. Welcome in, McGeezy. Good to see you tonight. Oh, welcome in, Hannibal. Good to see you, man. Thank you for hitting that like button. Yes, please. Hannibal's got a great channel over there. Most of you folks already know him. Welcome in, Susie Q. Hopefully you're having a good night. Yeah, I was watching some of that episode too. Maybe not last night's one, but I was watching one with Crystal Station. Hannibal did. It was funny. I mean, that boyfriend of hers is just so messed up on God knows what. Just say it like that. Yeah. What's up, Doc? Well, welcome in. Takes the cake. Oh, that is a really cute little cake you got there. I love that. little weed cake. It looks adorable. Sound is great. Awesome. Welcome in, Elizu. Welcome in. Purple Lilacs. Oh, welcome in, Purple Lilacs. Hope you're having a great night. Hello, Nancy. Hello, how are you doing? Okay, everybody, welcome in. We got a full house early tonight. So this week we're going to be doing a little update on Foodie because she has been doing just the most. She has just been doing the most. Oh, let me take off the starting soon banner. Let me get rid of that. Foodie's just been doing the most. And I'll mention this a little more later, but I know that a few people have asked me about this more than a few times. Hopefully I should have the membership link working. I'm not going to post it during the episode tonight because there's a chance it might not be approved yet. I don't know if it's actually working. I haven't tried to sign up yet. So I have the link over in my my channel description about my channel. So after the show, if anybody wants to go take a look or anything like that, or if you're watching the replay, yes, I've tried to open up my subscriptions. It's $5.99 a month. It's going to include a membership in the Discord. The Discord is still kind of under construction. It's ready, but I just haven't opened it up yet. But like I said, I don't want to get too sidetracked on all that. I want to save that more just for after the show. I'll post something on my community page. But I just wanted to let people know because I know people wanted an update on that. And anybody's interested, you could always make a one-time support financially through Cash App. I have a link for that as well. I have that at the bottom of the ticker there and in my channel description. Okay, now with that out of the way and welcoming everybody in here tonight, let's get started on some Foodie coverage. First things first, the big news. If anybody hasn't seen this yet, it's only a 40-second video. You got to see it. This is the big news. Remember how Foodie just came back to Canada? I know most of you folks are probably already up to date on this, but let's see it. Yep, back to Kuwait. I really want to talk about this, the mental situation here I think Chantel has going on, because I'm going to show some clips from her Beezing when she got back, because we were all over the place. Different people had different opinions on this, and that's part of why I didn't cover her for a week, because I wanted to see what was going to happen. I wanted to see, was she actually going to stay in Canada, or was she going to, do what she did last time? And it appears like she's doing that, where she is just could not be more hypocritical. Just not be more hypocritical. It's. I kind of gave her a week off, and this is just crazy. Let me read this here. It says, supporters have threatened to unsub if I choose a direction in life they don't like. I say, please leave. I don't need fair weather followers. Chantel this is just insane to me, especially because she's at an all-time high in her weight. She's at an all-time low in her health. I think just to give the TLDR version for anybody here, I don't want to make you wait all night. I'll give the quick version and then I'll go back over it more later. I think what happened is she got back to Canada. At first, she was enjoying the smoking. She was enjoying the beezing. She was enjoying the eating during the day. And then she realized she's still completely alone. She doesn't even have Pete's anymore. I mean, she could probably pick Pete's up if she really wanted, but she's as alone as she could possibly be. And I think it hit her. And she just was like, oh man, this is not good. And I think she just got desperate to be able to have that pretend relationship again. I really do. Let me see what you folks are saying here. Foodie has lost it. Yeah, I'm going to let the video run in the background too. Doing the most lying. Absolutely. She's on full scammer mode. Came back here. I mean, in this one, she says in the other one, vowed to take good care of her and support her even more on her health journey. She gave this whole big speech about how she had to come back to Canada for her health. She got money out of her Beezers, exactly, for her birthday. Oh, I need money for a down payment on my apartment. Gaslighting the Sharmuda, exactly. And that's still the only words Chantel knows in Arabic. Sharmuda and Hanzir. Nails on the coffin. Ooh, nails on the chalkboard. Chalkboard in the coffin? Running from the tax man. I could see that, Elizu. I think Foodie's running from responsibility with their health. And I just want to remind folks, yeah, I've got the poll there. I believe Foodie is going to be housebound this summer, whether she's in Kuwait or Canada. Is it another strike, perhaps? Possibly, McGeezy. I'm not going to say it's not. She's destroyed her channel. Absolutely, she's destroyed it. Validation. The only people she's validating are the reactors. She's completely rejecting her Beezers here. I think this is a terrible move. And I'm not somebody who's going to tell her, oh, you have to run your channel the way I say, but it doesn't make any sense why she doesn't want to try to appeal to her Beezers. This is just really making them feel dumb. Welcome in, Spicy Kimchi. Yeah, I think so. I don't think so either. So here's her deleted community posts, the ones that she just put up afterward. So after that statement went up, and then we're going to watch a little bit of the actual video of when she got back and was Beezing and all that. But I just want to do this stuff first because this is just so short. All right, so let me go through. Actually, hold on. We just covered that. So let's go through here. So this is Chantel arguing with people. Exactly, Elizu. I agree with that 100%. Chantel had to come back to Canada or to Saudi Arabia. She had to do a border hop. She absolutely had to do that. So was she doing it because of, did she go back to Canada because she wanted to smoke? Did she come back to Canada because she wanted to get some money, try to scam her viewers with the apartment BS? What was the exact reason why she used Canada? But yeah, there was no actual intent to stay here. And what was all the BS about going to get Sam? Oh, I got to go get my baby Sam, the original Beezer. He's coming back. I got to get an apartment to do it. Good, excellent point, Spicy Kimchi. If Chantel was actually doing the apartment, she would have certainly put up some kind of a list or something. She just wants to bed rot. Why is she going to Kuwait to do it, though? It's so crazy. It's like she knows in Kuwait she's got that built-in housekeeper. She's got Salah, and she knows that Salah is more reliable than Pete's because he has even less options than Pete's does. She is stuck on stupid mouse toes. I don't like to I always try to be Mr. Nice Guy, but Foodie's being like a real piece of crap right now. And it's one thing if she wants to be unhealthy for her own sake, but now that she's kind of scamming her audience a little bit, it's really crappy. Welcome in, Nirvana. Oh, Nirvana, I was thinking of you. I did some lunges the last couple of days. I did one set of lunges for anybody in the chat here. I did one set of lunges, and my legs were sore for 2 days afterward. For one good set, good form, like maybe 8 reps per leg or something. It was a good full set, but I was so sore. I was so sore for the next 2 days. So, yeah, she is absolutely a coward, Zuli. Foodie is totally ignoring all the reality here. He cheated on you. We moved on. You know nothing. Foodie, it's so fake. Your whole relationship is so fake, and she's so desperate to try to prove the haters wrong. Her relationship is as real as her religion. Okay, that's a good question, Empress Shavinin. Apparently, Foodie does get paid through in Canada, but I guess she has some kind of a tax shelter or something where she gets the money over to into her bank account, and she's able to withdraw it in Kuwait. Because as far as I'm aware, she's implied that she is not liable at the moment for those taxes, or even if she is liable, she's not paying them. She's not letting them impact her. I don't know her full tax situation. Maybe somebody in chat can explain it a little bit better than me. Welcome in, TLR. Hope you're having a good night. I think McGeezy, it was very impulsive. I think she, like you're saying, I think she came to Canada. And let this run a little. Let me take my face out of the way so everybody can see this. So this is about basically Foodie just saying, you don't know anything. You don't know anything. What do you mean we don't know anything?
Nothing. I cheated on someone I loved. Do you guys that one incident?
Oh, and I got this from, I got this from BBQ Chillin'. Let me put the link in the chat. I always like to put a link if I'm using a video. I got this one from BBQ Chillin'. She's the one who's narrating some of it. I'm skipping through her narration just to save time.
Everything else is amazing.
That's who's speaking.
Mind your business. Stuff $2,800 a month, and I'm broke.
It says people are so dumb. She's saying we're dumb. Why? Because he doesn't love you. Don't go back for him. We're not dumb, Foodie. Nobody's. I mean, maybe your Beezers are saying don't go back for him, but Foodie, you're being really rude to your Beezers when you say that. Because the only people who are saying that, who really care about Foodie, are her Beezers saying, don't go back for him. The reactors have been saying for months, there's nothing to go back for. The Beezers are the only ones foolish enough to believe that there's any relationship even there. Yeah, she called Sam King Beezer. Exactly. She really tried to tug at people's heartstrings with that one. Oh, and probably try to scare Salah. Makes sense. Welcome into AT Gorilla, by the way. Welcome into anyone I've missed. Welcome into any lurkers. Welcome into anybody watching the replay as well. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. And thank you, everyone. Oh, and please smash that like button if you're enjoying it. And be sure to click subscribe if you're enjoying it, like to see more content. Salah has been a decent servant. The only thing he's done is that, you know what, if Salah was a dog, Foodie would have got him neutered by now. I mean, she won't do it for her. She won't get her cat spayed, but she could have got Salah neutered. She would have, and he would have made the perfect servant. He would have been a total Pete's. Pete's, that's the only, benefit of Pete's over Salah. She doesn't have to worry about him going and chasing random tail. Oh, yes, Spicy Kimchi, an addict, and make her Beezers make her pay for a return ticket. I don't like to throw the terms around, but what else can I say? And Foodie calls herself an addict. She always uses that line. Well, it's the hardest addiction, food, because you can't quit eating. And okay, that's true. You can't quit eating, but you can quit eating junk food. You could just stick to eating health food, right? Like, I'm not saying you can never have junk food, but I just don't think that's a fair, expression because of that. All right, let me catch up a little bit on the chat here. Oh, wow. So the Beezer is giving her the apartment, basically paid for the ticket. Yeah, it is her karma. It's exactly what she deserves. Heck yeah, Nirvana, let's do it. How long before she gets border hopping again? Or she gets border hopping for this one, gets in trouble for it, you mean? Every single time we think it's going to happen, Nutty, I really don't have a good answer for you. Every single time we think it is. And I'm going to be closing the poll at about 10 after, so everybody be sure to get in on that poll if you haven't already. Foodie, I'm convinced Foodie's going to be housebound this summer. She might try to make a video or two just to prove she's not, but she's going to basically be housebound. And I'm interested to know what you think she's going to use for her excuse. I put some there that I think are the most likely. Everyone, let me know what you think. And if you have one that isn't on that list, feel free to share it in chat or leave a comment. Yeah. Oh, that's Spicy Kimchi. Yes. I think that's a very salient comment right there. She's really trying to put up this whole image. She said if it was up to her, Foodie always tells on herself. She even said if it was up to her, she would commute back and forth if she could. So, all right, let's let this video run a little bit more. Let's see what she's been saying in response. Saying she makes $2,800 a month and she's broke and she's barren and blah, 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 and she's fat.
I am broke and barren and blah, blah, fat, blah, blah. He can come to Canada, blah, blah. Okay, so then by your logic.
I love how she says all this stuff like it's not true. This is all true. Foodie, Foodie. I don't want to fight and argue, but I'm just going to call you out straight up and say, I don't believe what you're saying here. You're all over the place. As far as what you make in a month and whether or not you're broke, only you know that. But I do know this, that she is barren. That's not a nice way to say it, but it's true. Fat, yeah, that's true. Salah can't come to Canada, yeah, that's true. So, Foodie, you don't have a lot to offer as far as a like a foreign ride.
If it's paid 2 international flights for me this month alone,
Oh
and I
yeah,
cannot offer him any.
Foodie is firing on all cylinders with the lies, claiming that Salah paid for the 2 tickets this month. Does she really think anybody believes that? She was crying for apartment donations. She was crying for money to get a place to live, but she wants us to believe a man who she's not even seeing anymore is buying her plane tickets. A man who doesn't even like her is buying her plane tickets. Exactly, Mouse Toes. You can absolutely stop overeating. Yes, takes the cake. Foodie does that all the time. When Foodie's calling you stupid, you know you're right. If Foodie calls you stupid, you know that you're correct about something, because that's what she always goes to. She always says, oh, you people are so stupid. You're so stupid. Whenever you're right, she calls you stupid. Mouse Toes, I think that's a fair assessment. Like, I don't know exactly how the YouTube stuff works. I'm still pretty new to it. I'm only just now trying to get my subscribers going, and hopefully the subscribers link works. I should have memberships available if you go to my my about section. I just want to share that. So, but as far as views go, her views are down, and her community support is down, because even though she gets views, she gets like no likes. She gets less likes on her vids than I do, or she gets like the same number of likes I do sometimes. And she'll have like 5, 6, 7, 10 times more views, but she'll have the same number of likes. So that should say a lot about her viewership. Those are mostly just trolls and people who don't really, not really interested. Welcome in, Tish. Hope you're having a good night. Ooh, you think she's got a secret feeder account? I mean, that's kind of nasty even to think about, but it's possible. I mean, let's think for a second. Does anybody else think that's possible? Because it's not that Foodie is too religious to do it. I mean, she's eating in a hijab during Ramadan. I bet she wears the hijab when she does the feeder content. Well, she doesn't wear the hijab, excuse me. She's quit wearing the hijab, but she still dresses up in the abaya or something. She still dresses up like a traditional Muslim woman, dresses in the cosplay. Yeah, right. He's totally with her for all those reasons there. Takes the cake. It's not just because she's paying his bills.
Of the above.
Oh, and by the way,
from then why
let me let this run for a second here. Okay, so why is he with me? Laughing my ass off. Morons. We had one issue in our relationship, and as you saw in those texts yourselves, he never did it, quote, since he loved me. What? That's not what he said. He asked Kay Bella to come and stay with him, and he asked if he could have you both at the same time. The only reason he didn't bring over Kay Bella is because he didn't have money to pay for her to fly. How did he buy 2 tickets for you, but he couldn't buy 1 ticket for Kay Bella when he genuinely wanted to lick her butt? And he still couldn't afford 1 ticket for the woman whose booty he wanted to taste. But he could afford 2 tickets for the woman whose booty he wanted to kick out the door. Make it make sense, folks.
He loves you. I don't understand that. If he loves you, then just leave it at that. Why you have to prove that he loves?
Exactly. Thank you,
Next
Nutty.
one.
Thank you.
And no, I didn't come here for a visa. For a visa run. Why would I come here for that when it's too expensive? It's not your business about my visa status. I'm done with you.
Sorry.
People need a damn life.
Let me go back on this one. Oh, and it did come here for a visa run. Why? Well, hold on. Why would Foodie not come here for a visa run? It makes no sense that she wouldn't come here for a visa run. It's been like, what, 90 days? Like almost exactly since she last came to Kuwait. And why would I come here for that when it's too expensive? Because you just want to go someplace where you can get smoke and bees and eat fast food during daylight hours. And you can't do that in Saudi Arabia. That's the only reason Foodie didn't go over the border, because it's Ramadan. And Foodie knows that on Ramadan in Saudi Arabia and in an Islamic country, they're still going to enforce the same rules as Kuwait. In fact, probably stricter than Kuwait, because Saudi Arabia does have religious police. Kuwait, as far as, I only read the Wikipedia article. It's not like that's a real, deep cut there or anything. But according to Wikipedia, at least, Kuwait does not actually have religious police, but Saudi Arabia does. So if she was eating fast food in Saudi Arabia during the day, like, she might actually get arrested. So that's why she went to Canada, because she wanted the fast food that badly.
Status. I'm done with YouTube. You people need a damn life.
All right, so saying we need a damn life, again, that's classic proof that you're onto something. It's like when you're getting fired, you know you're above the target. When Foodie insults your intelligence, you know that you're right.
Your YouTube career will be over if you go back. Do you know how stupid that sounds? You think I give an actual...
I love that she's addressing this, because this must be something that Foodie's thinking. You know what I mean? I think she's projecting with this comment here. Does anybody else think that, or do you think that she really is getting that from other people, or do you think that she herself is concerned about that? That's what I think. I think she is personally concerned about her YouTube career, and that's why she makes these kind of posts, not because of people saying this to her. Yeah, some people do say it, but I think she believes it. She's scared.
Crap if people don't want to watch me anymore because I am doing something I want to do with my own life. Good riddance. Don't care, never will. Eventually, I will rebuild a different audience anyway.
Look at him, Leany
Bo. You people think I'm going to live my life how a bunch of strangers online want me to. I am not more alive here. I am high here to deal with depression.
I am high here to deal with depression. I love how she says that. I'm high here to deal with depression. Foodie, has Foodie ever heard of like willpower at all? Like, I'm not saying that it's easy to fight addiction. I'm not saying that. It's tough. But has she ever heard of resisting temptation? Has she ever heard of trying not to do something that you know is unhealthy? And I'm not saying I'm perfect. Like, I certainly have been fat a lot. I've certainly skipped workouts and don't eat right a lot of days. And I'm not a role model when it comes to every single thing. But I understand that sometimes you don't want to just give in to every of one of your impulses. So, yeah, very unstable, very unstable. You know what, Nirvana? She is really unstable. I don't know if it's to the point where you could actually get her committed, but she is at the point where she is pretty much self-harming. If you think about it, her binge eating is basically self-harm. I don't know who she's trying to hurt, like indirectly. I mean, I know she's hurting herself, but I don't know if she's trying to upset the haters, as she calls them, the reaction channels, the viewers, the former Beezers, whatever. But she is just impulsively reacting to people. She is the reaction channel. We call ourselves the reaction channels, but Chantel is the real reaction channel because she's reacting to what other people are saying. I'm just watching. I'm like a spectator channel. Chantel is the reaction channel. She keeps reacting to everything we say. Maybe not what I say, but what other people say at least. Exactly. I'm surprised that she doesn't need a cargo plane. All right, let me let this run a little bit more. These comments are so insightful, I think.
All right. Next one says, okay, I'm done.
It says she's done with YouTube for a while. Why? Because she has to travel in a plane again? I'm frustrated over putting my life out there for the entertainment of others. It's clearly not healthy. I'm tired of stupid people. She is 5 for 5, insulting our intelligence in every single comment. That is so Chantel. That is so Chantel. She does not think. Nothing makes sense with Foodie lately. I think Foodie is like an addict who's at the late stages of their addiction. Do you folks get what I'm saying by that? She's always trying to say she doesn't care. Great point, Spicy Kimchi. She is not changing. Plates and plates of food. She's binging out. Good. I think that's a good point, Shavin. Yeah, exactly. Has to eat, but she does not have to eat a pound of cheese. You don't have to eat junk food. You can eat health food. In fact, if you eat nothing but health food, you're not even going to want to eat that much. If you have nothing in the house to eat but health food, you're going to quit eating before you run out of food because you're not going to want to eat a giant, bag of broccoli, plain broccoli. You're going to get full before you finish the bag. Trust me. Agreed, Alizu. I don't let Chantel bother me. I just like to have a laugh at it. I like to learn something too, but I don't let it bother me. I don't like Queen Cobra. Queen Cobra's gotten the most foul, disgustingest mouth, but I don't let it bother me. I just have a laugh. It's like Cyrax, right? Yeah, mukbangs. Her mukbangs are totally binging takes the cake, and now she's smoking and binging too. And your picture's making me think of the smoking. And I don't have an issue with the smoking, but she says, "Oh, I'm smoking for depression," but then you're binging as well. So how is that helping with your depression? Yeah, her family, Leany, her family is totally enablers, and they're not even trying to get her some kind of help. They've just given up on her, it feels like. It really does. Okay, I'm going to close out that poll in just a minute. So if anybody hasn't had a chance to vote, be sure to do so. And yes, this is a psychotic episode. She says that. That's not a good thing to admit,
yes,
Chantel.
this is a psychotic episode.
I mean, it's good to admit it, but it's good to admit it, but it doesn't mean that if you recognize it, you shouldn't be going along with it. If you recognize you're making a bad decision, then maybe you shouldn't do it.
Since she turned the comments off on the video, I grabbed it.
So this is somebody who commented on her, a comment that was pinned because it was deleted too quickly, I guess. And no, my health will not get worse. I've binged way more here already. Foodie is up 150 pounds. We're going to watch a retro react for a little bit tonight as well, when she first got to Kuwait the first time, just to get an idea of how different it was, especially because some people haven't seen those old videos. And it's like a whole different person. And she's half the size. So it is like a person and a half since then. It really is. It's such a big difference. Yeah, Shmi can't fix it. YouTube contributing to the obesity dynamic. She's got her $8 machete. Foodie thinks it's going to be easy. Like Kidney J said. Shout out Kidney J. Kidney J, very strong chick. She's awesome. She said, about HFC that she thinks she's just going to pass on peacefully from the obesity, but it's going to be a slow and tough journey out. You're not just going to pass out quick. I mean, at best, welcome in, Zilly. I think welcome in already. Her family should intervene, but what can they even do at this point, right? Yeah, if they don't want to help, they can't do anything. Better is sea freight. She could probably get a cheaper deal on that. They could, that would include her getting hosed down every couple days, I think too. They hose the crates down on a ship with salt water, so they could wash her down. Life by Jen 2.0. Yep, life by Foodie, death by Foodie. If she binged produce, exactly, Day Gorilla. If she just said, "Oh, I'm going to binge out on nothing but celery and broccoli, maybe a little bit of salt and pepper on it, some low-fat yogurt," she would not be able. She would just be so stuffed she wouldn't be able to eat it. Oh yeah, but that's the thing, Mouse. Yeah, you're right. That's how she always does it. Okay, we're going to close out the poll. We're going to read that off in a moment. Yeah, she does. Or rancher gravy. Yep. Just throws it on there. That's a good point, Chevenin. I really do think her family at this point is just trying to keep themselves out of Foodie's nonsense. They just don't want to deal with people like Natter. They don't want to deal with internet drama, like the stuff Marty gets into. They don't want to deal with any trolling or anything. They just, hey, Kidney J, what's up? Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, her health, talking about her health just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And she keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And she eats more everywhere, but she has a different excuse everywhere.
Worsens, that's what depression
She feels further away from God here. Foodie, do you feel further away from God when you are going to the drive-thru or during the day, or when you're leaving the drive-thru? Which part of that trip, the non-halal drive-thru as well? It's not even halal. She can't even make that. She can't even do that little half gesture. Like, she's going to eat during the day. She's going to pig out during the day. She's going to binge during the day. It's not like she's eating a snack. It's not like she's, faint because her blood sugar's low and she has to just have a sip of juice. She's pigging out, eating nonstop. She's gaining weight during Ramadan again. And she says she feels further away from God. What about when you're smoking the Foodie? Do you feel further or closer then?
Here. I feel further away from God here, and of course my husband.
No.
And then after that, she turned the comments off, apparently, so you can't see anything. But that's what she pinned on her comment section.
That's true, Empress Chevenin. That is not a.
I hope you enjoyed the video. This is giving me whiplash 3.0, but
like I don't like to give much. Trying to think of it before. I don't like to give much credence to Foodie's belief that she's being actively stalked and all that kind of stuff, but people on the internet can get weird. They can get nutty. No disrespect to Nutty the squirrel, but people can get nutty on the internet sometimes. And Foodie has thankfully managed to avoid most of the worst, but she goes out of her way to piss people off, and she is trolling. She is absolutely trolling the Islamic community at this point. If there's anybody in the Islamic community who gets easily offended, if they see Foodie's video, they're going to be offended. They're going to be upset. And I frankly couldn't even, I could even understand why. I'm not somebody who's easily offended myself, but I think Foodie's like going out of her way to troll. And if somebody did get offended, she'd have nobody to blame but herself on that one. And if that got out of hand, if people started, coming at her in real life and insulting her, it could get out of hand. It could be really bad. So I could totally understand why her family just wants nothing to do with it. Oh, no problem, Detective Coach. He's glad to see you, man. Glad you can make it in. Oh, wow. That's not good. That's not good. Takes the cake. I hope that's could be a wake-up call for your friend. Yeah, right. I love cake too. All right, let's catch up on the chat a little bit. Further away from God is a crazy thing to say, right? Especially when she could not be more sacrilegious. Does she ever pray? I mean, not that she has to prove it to me, but she doesn't seem like somebody who prays at all.
Yeah.
Not even for Ramadan.
Later when she uploads again. I don't know.
That is true. He's a dangerous one.
Bye.
And I'm going to say also that I think Canada, as much as the internet, can get out of hand, in his case, Canada is dropped the ball. He is everything. I mean, allegedly, he hasn't been convicted, but every bit of documentation I've seen shows that Nader is a dangerous guy, exactly like you say. So Canada seems to have this knowledge. They seem to know that he's dangerous. It's not like they don't know that. So, all right, so let me put this up real quick, and we're gonna watch a little bit of one of the more recent vids, and then we're gonna do it's just a very short clips vid, and then we're going to do a retro react to when she first got to Canada. Okay, so excuse me, when she first got to Kuwait. Sorry, get it mixed up. Okay, so I've got a very condensed 15-minute video here. This is basically everything since Foodie came back. BBQ chillin', put this edit together. It's a very cool one. Let me put one more link to their channel. Her channel, that's right, it's female. BBQ, her channel over there. Okay, so yeah, she did a really cool edit here. Let me get started. So let's actually hear Foodie talking this stuff. And we're going to go through this a little bit quickly.
Yeah, I think I found a place, but I'm not going to tell you about it just yet.
She actually found a place. So, okay, so this is kind of in opposite order. So we started off with Foodie kind of going back on all the stuff she said. Now we're going to watch how easily she lies and presents this BS story. This is all the stuff that she just denied 2 seconds ago in those posts. Let's hear her actually put her foot in her mouth.
I'm so tired, guys. I don't know, my sleeping is messed up. Okay, so first to drink today, I don't know what this is. Colombiana, but it's
not
really
even
cold.
trying.
Oh, there's going to be a snowstorm, I know.
Yeah, by the way, also, as far as the food, she's got Jamaican beef patties and Colombiana soda. That's some kind of a sweet drink. Sugar, root beer, cream soda, something. 2 Jamaican patties, not halal as far as I know. I mean, I'm not saying they can't be made halal, but I don't believe those are halal. So
Bismillah.
This is clearly daylight. What is she trying to do here?
I can't fast. I know you're going to think, no, it's true, because like I explained yesterday,
Yes.
I have to take medications that I need to drink water. I tried fasting and I just felt so dizzy because I couldn't drink water. And I'm how am I going to take my medications?
Oh yeah, see that, folks? She was dizzy because she couldn't drink water when she fasted. Yep. I mean, it's got nothing to do. Of course, crumbs on her shirt, and yes, eating in the car, it's easy to get crumbs on yourself, but she got crumbs over every square inch of her shirt. Seriously, on over here, from one bite of the patty. How does she get crumbs over her entire chest from one bite of the patty? That's what happens when you fill the entire front seat.
I can't do it,
She just can't do it.
Clothes, but they're kind of big. I bought a size up. Just in case.
Did you say the glasses were a size up?
They're kind of big occasions. Like I can't do it, you know? Yeah, I bought some new clothes.
She bought some new clothes.
Kind of big. I bought a size up.
She bought a size up. Who here thinks that Foodie really bought clothes that are actually a size up from where she is now, rather than a size up from where she wants to imply? I just don't believe it, because she said she couldn't even find abayas that were her size back when she was 40 pounds lighter. I think she's put on over 140 pounds from when she first got there. Oh, and I'm sorry, did I close out the poll? Let me read the poll to everybody. I didn't read the poll results. So the poll results: 48% say that Foodie is going to blame the summer heat for being homebound. 27% say she's going to use her excruciating pain, quote, excruciating, as the reason. 14% say it's going to be the SADS. And 9% say it'll be just too many haters for her to step outside. She's being just assaulted by the haters everywhere she goes in Kuwait. She can't help it.
Just in case. My head's speaking up.
I mean, I could see that.
I have to practice the way I practice and not have to answer to anybody.
That's possible too.
That's all. I find I look like I'm like 50, if I'm honest. I look happier.
Yes.
I'm just tired right now. Usually take.
Salah is such a. That's another thing Salah gives her. I just realized that. I totally didn't even consider. What's something Salah gives her that Pete's can't? What's something he can give her that Pete's can't? Everybody think for 1 second. What's something Salah could give her that Pete's can't? Everybody, put your answers in the chat. Take a second, okay? He could give her deniability with Islam. She could say that, well, Salah told me it was okay. Salah is a Muslim, and he said it was okay. So no matter how bad she messes up, no matter what she does, no matter who she insults or what rules she breaks or what rules she doesn't follow or calling herself a goddess, all that kind of blasphemy and all that things, she could say, well, Salah said it was okay. Salah said it was okay. And that's something that Pete's can't give her. That's something that a lot of people can't give her. I mean, I guess that Nader can't really say that. He's such a crackhead. But yeah, I think that's something that she really likes about Salah. He gives her that deniability. Does she think God is only in Kuwait? She knows that her religion is only enforced in Kuwait, and she can't follow her religion unless it's being, legally enforced.
It takes like a few days for my body to readjust. Like,
I guess.
After sitting on a flight for like 14 hours, even just like after like 5 or 6 hours, my legs start to like.
Agreed.
I don't know. It's like I had compression socks on, but my legs feel so stiff and swollen after.
Yes, Detective Coaches. I have signed up. I don't know if they have approved my my actual membership yet, but I am signed up. And I just, after the show, if anybody wants to take a look at the link, try to sign up, because if it's not working, I'd rather figure it out after the show. I don't want to get distracted during the show. But I did put up the link, and anybody who signs up to that will get the role over at the Discord necessary to post. And then I could actually start opening up the Discord as well, because we'll finally have a few people in there who could start doing some posting and stuff like that. I'm a little behind schedule with the Discord, but it's basically ready to go. Like I said, I don't want to get too sidetracked with that, though. But thank you for asking, though. Yeah, we're going to do a trip of the Wayback Machine. Welcome in, Tank Girl's Pet Dragon. Welcome in. I love those ears. Those are great. Exactly. She's been through the entire thing. She's gained weight during Ramadan.
Yeah, for now I have
Welcome
no
in,
choice.
Catholic faith.
Well, if it's where I want to go, yeah. Oh no!
I didn't know she left. I thought she's been making like these videos, like these edits. She doesn't really talk. She just kind of puts together the edits.
Oh no. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Give me a minute, okay? Because this thing wants to fall off.
I hope so. I really do. Because if they're gonna drop the ball on that guy, if they're just gonna bring him up and then let him go again, Canada is, America certainly has plenty of problems too. But that guy just could not be more clearly guilty of being a disreputable character. He sounds like he's guilty of the charges. It sounds like they have evidence. And it's been years now that he's basically been at large legally, apparently. And it's just, doesn't sound like, they're not doing it right. Whatever. I mean, if that's what they're doing, then I hope it works, because letting him stay out is not a good thing. It could be chicken, a goat as well. Good point. Yep. Jamaican beef patty. Said she ate 3. Oh, she ate one off camera as well. If she said she ate one, then we know she ate like 3 or 4, right? She cannot eat without getting it all over her. Oh, let me get caught up on the chat. Clothes a size up. So 6X, right? Who buys a size up? That's a good point, Leanie Bo. She's buying a size up. I think that's proof that she didn't really buy a size up, because who really does that? I think she just said that, but maybe she did. I mean, if that's true, that is crazy. That is crazy if that's true. Like, I didn't even catch that at first. Could have been flown out by a feeder. That would have been a 2-for-1. That could have been explained how she went all the way to Canada. And by the way, if anybody's enjoying the content, please click that like button and please hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more of this hopefully enjoyable content. We do cover other stuff as well around here. I try to cover other subjects, but this week we're doing a catch up on Foodie. We're also going to be doing a retro react very soon. Drugs in Canada. Yep, Leanie Bo, I agree with that. I think that she was big on Canada for some weed, some smoke, some edibles, all that stuff. Let me let this play and catch up on some comments here, because we're behind. All right. Really? So it seems that Kuwait doesn't enforce a lot of laws strictly, but that's one they are strict about. Because Foodie, we never saw her eating in public during the day in Kuwait. So I guess she was kind of forced to follow the rules there, at least in public. But that's probably, again, that's why she stays home all day.
Malfunction. And I just got homesick.
Salami. She's eating a salami.
Because whenever you get accustomed to something, leaving it is hard no matter what it is. Even when I was in Katimavik and I had to leave after only was it 7.5?
Oh, no problem, Blondie. I'm sorry about that.
Excuse me. I was traumatized. I was like, I don't want to leave you guys. And now, like, a year and a half, like, my pets. It's like my heart.
Well, no, that's true. Like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's kind of what I thought she meant, Nutty. Like, she bought them, like, big and baggy. But knowing Foodie, she probably did just buy them a size bigger just so that she could grow into them. I really, like, the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Like, she might say, oh, I just wanted it to be baggy. But that's really why. It's because she plans to gain more weight.
If I'm here, my heart's broken if I'm over there sometimes because I miss him. So, no, I'm never leaving Sam. Reginald, you're doing the right thing. You're prioritizing. Well, that's the thing. Like, if I came back here, like,
welcome in,
if I came back here, like, for my health, you know, I have to actually take care of
I have no clue, Nirvana.
And it's just overwhelming right now, all the things I have to do to correct my life, you know.
He's dumb, but he's like a rat. He's good at grabbing a sinking
But all
ship.
I really feel like doing is honestly bed rotting and watching movies like Motel Hell and eating junk food.
Did you hear that, folks?
It's not a way to live.
Somebody in the chat already pointed that out earlier, but thank you for mentioning that. She said, all I want to do is bed rot. This is the woman who now just said she wants to fly back to Kuwait because her husband's going to support her more in her illness and her diet and all. She's not making any sense. She's not making any sense at all. She sounds like this is delirious thinking. This is nonsense. Let's hear that again. She wants to bed rot. This is the woman who's loving her religion, loving her reversion.
Like is honestly bed rotting.
Yeah.
And watching movies like Motel Hell and
hopefully they are. Hopefully they are. We haven't chided them yet.
All the time. You can live like that sometimes. So that gives me hope.
Okay.
No, Lane, I hate that song. I heard it only recently. This is
got nice
by
new
Beyonce.
picture.
I don't like it. Makes me feel uncomfortable. When the time is right, he'll come visit. I left all my bodies.
I mean, she's looking huge, and we're going to see how much bigger she is. We're going to do a retro react after this one. This video is only about 15 minutes. It's short. After this, we're going to look at the retro react. Net Detective. The detective is on the case with the fraud. Yeah, it does seem very intentional. Like, she clearly had no plans to stay in Canada. She said she changed her mind, but it just seems like total BS to me. She probably did get a dozen. She probably kept them in the car, like in a bag, and just ate them all night.
There, except for my jilbab. I took that with me. Why did I change my name back? Because I changed my name. I changed my.
They do look far apart. I think her eye sockets have gotten fat. Thank you. Actually, that's a good point, Hannibal. Let me mention that. Foodie's eye sockets have gotten so fat that her glasses don't fit. Does anybody else notice that? Look at the bridge of her glasses. This is a perfect angle. You see how next to her nose, she's got that big, thick layer of padding there now. And her glasses don't, that's why her glasses don't go down. Why they sit so high up above her eyebrows. Because she has this big, thick layer of padding up under her nose there. You see that up by the glasses on both sides. So, yeah, that's wild.
More my brand, you know. like it has more of a past, but so what? Everyone has a past.
I think so too. I think so too.
Shut the fuck up.
Alex. By the way, I've actually watched Alex a couple times. I don't endorse channels, but I thought he was pretty funny the couple times I watched him. So I'll just say that.
Without the red and going, and also not to mention being married, like honestly, okay, so actually, yeah, I wanted to address that because I keep hearing people say that. Basically, the profile picture.
Something couples start to look alike after a time. But I never really thought of it like that. I guess if you look somebody in the eye and they have one crooked eye, I guess maybe your eyes might eventually go crooked too. If you're staring in their eyes all the time.
When I was in Canada last time, when I got that new sweater, and I had my ring off at the time, and I didn't think about it. You know, it happens. Like I do that sometimes. So I did a picture. I sent it to Salah to show him the picture, and he noticed right away. He's like, oh. Yeah, sorry, babe.
That is, something, Mouse Toes. That is as funny as it sounds. I swear, that is the only way that she will ever have a successful diet. Foodie just will not have any kind of successful diet. She just refuses. Like she's allergic to the idea of being healthy.
Babe, so I went and got the ring, put it on. It wasn't like made him sound rude. No, he was just
welcome
like,
in steady
you
sing.
forgot your ring, babe, kind of thing, you know.
It's too close to home. Woof, woof,
but I'm doing that for dramatic
woof,
effect. Anyway,
let me do my best. Woof 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 woof. In honor of Salah. In honor of.
So then I put the ring on and took another picture, so you can see that obviously it's slightly different. So I just forgot my ring in the first one. He reminded me of that, and I went and put it back on. So then I changed my entire description.
She's got cheek pads like an orangutan or a mandrill. Like those like apes that have the face, like the big wide face with the big pads on it. The orangutan, like a male orangutan. I'll look up a picture of one.
As like for the Foodie Beauty when I became Foodie Beauty again.
1 second.
Because when I did Everyday Miriam, I wanted to be like more about religion and my journey as a revert, and then that just like became like overwhelming. It's like I just felt like judged a lot, not judged a lot, but like,
see what I mean? She got the face flaps.
And I didn't want it to have anything to do with my religion, not very much, like little mentions, but not like a focus, as a revert. Like I wanted to keep like my religious beliefs private because it's really just between me and Allah, so that's why I wanted to do that.
I think so too.
Zion.
Okay. Anyway. What?
Oh, this is actually, let me remove my little shill banner on here so everybody can see this here. Yeah, apparently somebody sent her a super chat. This is a form of abuse on Poop Man's part. You can't even do what you love in your home country. It's all controlled. I just love that they called Salah Poop Man. I personally prefer a king pooper. I don't know. I'm just being silly.
I'm not free from Salah. Don't start bad mouthing him. Like, let's just not talk about him at all. Thank you.
How pathetic is that? To have a husband and somebody brings him up and you're like, hey, stop bad mouthing my husband. Let's just not talk about him at all. This is your husband you love so much you don't want to even defend him. And I'm not saying that you should fall for like troll bait. Like if somebody's just trying to start a fight with you, and I'm talking to people in the chat, not Foodie. If somebody's just trying to start a fight, like don't agree to go to a fight just for the heck of it. But why doesn't she have anything good to say about her husband except no, I'm not going to talk about it.
Says something and they say one thing and do another. It's because I usually change my mind on what I'm going to do, but it's not a lie because at the time that I proclaim that I want to do something, I have the full honest intention of doing it.
It is.
It's just that there's some other kind of interfering hardship, whether it's my fault or it's not. It's in my control or it's not. Usually it is. Then that's irrelevant because it's still not a lie.
That's a good point.
The honest intention was to do what you were saying, what you were going to do.
Okay, so let's go back again. Let's hear Chantel's.
Because whether it's my fault or it's not.
Let's hear Chantel's description of why it's not a lie, what she did. I love how she reminds me of somebody who's like just a compulsive liar. Like she can't even admit that she lied, even when she's caught.
Intention of doing it. It's not. They say one thing and do another.
Let's go back.
Talk about him at all. Thank you.
Here.
To me, if somebody says something and they say one thing and do another, it's because I usually change my mind on what I want to do. But it's not a lie because at the time that I proclaim that I want to do something, I have the full honest intention of doing it. It's just that there's some other kind of interfering hardship, whether it's my fault or it's not. It's in my control or it's not. Usually it is. Then that's irrelevant because it's still not a lie. If the honest intention was to do what you were saying, what you were going to do.
Okay, so Chantel is saying then, if her honest intention was there and she just changed her mind, that it's not a lie. Well, I mean, on the surface, that's basically correct, but I don't think that's in your case. That's true, Chantel. I don't think your honest intention was ever to try to fast during Ramadan. I don't think it was ever to get your health in check in Canada. I don't think it was ever to have a real marriage with Salah. I mean, maybe it was in the very beginning, which we're going to check out in a minute.
You know what I mean? Yes, I'm still married.
Welcome in, Doc.
Okay, but my relationship, I'm going to keep like completely offline. That's why I removed it also from, I removed that and religion off of my roster in the about. That's what I was talking about, because also
Pooper scooper.
You know, I like my channel, Foodie Beauty. I didn't want it to be about those things. I wanted it to just be what I put in the description, like, you know, plus like shopping stuff, like live stream Beezing, just Beezing. I just want to bees, like basically. So yeah, you know, wasn't because like I broke up with him.
I love that. She's like, oh, it's just because I want to bees. It's not because I broke up with him or anything like that. Oh, let me do my doctor disclaimer. I am not really a doctor. If you think you need a doctor, please go get one. That goes for you too, Chantel. Yeah, it's just changed your mind. Oh, Don with an interesting theory here. I think she never left, or else Salah would make her do videos for money because she's broke. I think that Foodie did go back to Canada because she had to do the border hop, but I think that she went to Canada for the drugs and for that kind of stuff. I think she just really did just want to bees that badly that it was worth the thousands of dollars for the extra $1,000 or whatever for the trip to Canada.
I guess I can't blame people for wondering because like you don't live my life, so you don't know.
But yeah, let's go back here to this part.
What I put in the description, like, you know,
why she changed
off of my roster.
Maybe some people aren't aware of this, but Foodie actually changed her channel description a week ago, where she when she changed it back to Foodie Beauty from Everyday Mariam. She deleted some of the words in the description, the parts that talked about her religion, and replaced it with just like, I want to shop, I want to consume, I want to bees, and just that kind of stuff, like very banal, consumerist type of not religious stuff.
The about, that's what I was talking about, because also mainly, you know, I like my channel, Foodie Beauty. I didn't want it to be about those things. I wanted it to just be what I put in the description, like, you know, plus like shopping stuff.
Sorry,
like,
Nancy.
live stream Beezing. I just want to bees, like basically. So
yes,
yeah,
drama.
You know.
Excellent point. She came back for the gifts, and really, that's pretty shameful. I'm somebody who I totally believe in the right of creators to be supported on the internet. I don't see anything wrong with monetizing content, but I do see something wrong with e-begging and misleading and scamming. That's very different than supporting content. If somebody produces content and somebody wants to pay for it, I think that's perfectly fine. That's an exchange. But if somebody's like, oh yes, I've had a lot of problems and I'm really struggling financially and I need some money, and if that's unrelated to their channel, if they don't know you personally and they're just somebody just asking for money for stuff, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. If they don't actually know you over something, and it's like Foodie saying, oh, I need money for an apartment, and then she does a post saying her boyfriend just bought her 2 international flights. Which one is it, Foodie? You're flexing all this money, and then you're claiming you can't even afford a down payment on an apartment. Pick one or the other. That's what I don't like.
I broke up with him. I mean, I guess I can't blame people for wondering because, like, you don't live my life, so you don't know. So all you have to rely on is like tea, you know. But no,
she is a weak woman, Empress. Agreed on that.
You know, he misses me. We miss each other. But I just have to keep thinking of.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. I think she will.
I'm not marrying Keats, even if I was single. I'll never remarry ever. Never. If anything ever happened.
So I love that. I'll never remarry ever if anything happens. That is such a just the way she says it. I don't think she's married. I just don't feel like she's married.
I'll change my mind. We'll see. Well, I've already changed my mind a lot of times off late, and I'm still here, so I have to keep going.
I think her mom might have said something to her, but I think her mom realizes she's kind of a lost cause. And as much as I hate to say that, I mean, if you listen to me, if you go back to my old videos from a year ago when I first started watching Foodie, I would be very, I don't want to say positive, but I would be hopeful. I would say stuff like, you know what? I think that Foodie has a chance.
I still have toothpaste mouth.
But
yeah, I think I found a place.
I don't even know. I don't think so anymore.
About everything.
Welcome in, Kitty Goddess. Hope you're having a good night.
I got married and I moved across the world. So I was planning on living a life of like travel and everything.
Yep.
I already went over why I couldn't bring them. Same reason I can't bring Julia.
And she does this whole big BS thing about her cats. And this really bugs me because the cat stuff is just totally fake. It's totally to take advantage of her viewers because she knows she has a percentage of her audience who are animal lovers. She just does. And she tries to take advantage of them by acting like she loves her pets so much, but then every chance she has to show that she loves them, she just ditches them.
Hi, Mike. I can't scoop my glasses down. Ow. There's a bone here, you know.
No, Foodie, that's not a bone. That's the orangutan pad. That's the mandrill face pad. That is your Tammy Slayton pad. That is your pad and pencil. That is the pad that stops your glasses from going down to your face. And I'm not saying that to be rude, but Foodie, be straight up on that one. That's what's going on there.
I stayed home like near the end a lot. I stayed home a lot in Kuwait, but to be fair, I also did a lot of content on the couples channel.
And by the way, that popping on the audio is on Foodie's video. I watched some of this original, and she did have that popping on it. I don't know if she said she dropped her phone in water, so maybe that has something to do with it.
But that hasn't been in a while. That's too bad. Someone and Alex shook chat said last week they saw you in public with a lot and you kept taking breaks, and you stayed a couple feet behind you in public. Okay, I don't know. I mean,
that was a joke, Nutty. That was a joke.
Me, yeah,
that was like when she said she wasn't sure she even believed in God. When she said she felt like she should take off her hijab. When she said she doesn't even know him. That was the line that stood out to me as a guy. I mean, that's the line that really, when you say something like, I don't even know you, like if that was real, that says a lot. That to me was like the deepest line out of all of them. I don't even know him. Wow. Like to say that about your husband of a year, I don't even know him. That's wild.
Depends where we go and how I'm feeling, but yeah. How is that like a secret? How is that tea? Like, is that what you
I don't know about the second daughter, honestly.
Walking, so what? Maybe it's the person that I saw at the mall with their mother. There was like a girl who came up to me. Remember I said in my thing? But I was walking when I saw her, so that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Really, I don't. What a dumb thing to say. I know.
Oh, and let me do a little quick update on glitter and lasers. I haven't actually covered the new glitter and lasers video, and the reason I haven't is because I'm conflicted. On one hand, her recent videos, it seemed like she was finally starting to work out for real. So I want to be positive. But on the other hand, I don't really know if she's legit until we see some more results. So I'm just going to I'm kind of like taking a little bit of distance from her until I see if she's for real or if she just was just doing it for the camera. That's what I want to see.
One side of your face looks very swollen. Yeah, I have left side swollen face disorder. See, I always have boogers now because I'm in Canada and the air's dry.
Good point, Nirvana.
I'm going back to Kuwait.
Differences in Canada, she could eat during the day on Ramadan. And for Foodie, I think that was worth a plane ticket. I really do believe she was willing to take a plane just to eat fast food during the day. That's it.
I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here now because I don't want to travel.
Yes.
I literally don't know if I could ever make that trip for a long time, a few months. And
right here, and this is what this was just like a day or two before she said she was going back to Kuwait. I don't think I can make that trip for a few months at least.
I'm stuck here. I'm
stuck here. Yeah, I'm stuck here.
I don't want to travel. I literally don't know if I could ever make that trip for a long time, a few months.
Look how she could barely even stop smiling when she said it. This to me tells me that she never planned to stay in Canada. Because look how she's looking away from the camera and kind of smiling. And I'm not somebody who believes that you can always tell from body language, but some people you can kind of tell. And Foodie is somebody who wears her emotions on her sleeve. Her body language gives away a lot, in my opinion. So let's see this.
I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here now because
she's laughing.
I don't want to travel. I literally don't know if I could ever make that trip for a long time, a few months. And also because I can't keep changing my mind. Like, oh my gosh, like what kind of freaking manic? Yep. Honestly, I've done this so many times. I've changed my mind so many times. Last time I came down here, I was supposed to do exactly what I'm doing now.
Foodie is so fake here. This is like some of the fakest I've ever seen Foodie. I think Foodie has hit a high point on her weight and a high point as far as being fake. Dressing up with the skull cap on like she's a Muslim woman and eating fast food during the day. That's about as fake as it gets. The marriage, super duper fake. This whole fake trip back to Canada, getting the cats thing, super fake. So I think she's like at an all-time high on fakeness and also on weight and an all-time low on health. So I think I don't know when Foodie's going to finally hit that bottom point, but she's digging that hole deeper every day.
And now I have a pain in my heart because I miss my husband.
Welcome in, Sense of Wonder. No worries. Glad to have you in.
Even if I have people around me, I'm going to feel alone because I'm alone for a certain type of like attention and love.
What was that, Foodie? You're alone for a certain type of attention and love? What would that be? Like a husband's love? The romantic love of a man?
Even if I have people around me, I'm going to feel alone because I'm alone for a certain type of like attention and love.
Well, does anybody else think that? What kind of attention and love do you folks think that might be? In the chat, let me know if you have an idea. Anybody in the comments, if you hear that. Foodie said, let me play that again and let me know what you think.
And now I have a pain in my heart because I miss my husband. I feel really alone. Even if I have people around me, I'm going to feel alone because I'm alone for a certain type of like attention and love.
She misses her husband. She's alone for a certain type of attention and love. Is that chaste love of bringing you your food, bringing you a napkin to wipe your forehead off when you're making a video? That love of asking you to bring a dowry for your own wedding? Oh, that's the other thing too. The $9,000, that's my new theory. That's not Foodie giving Salah money. That was Foodie paying her own dowry. She's a very traditional Islamic woman. She wanted to have a dowry in her marriage, and she just had to pay it herself. That was how she did it.
And I miss Julia's bad breath. Thomas the Tank Engine. Shaped like a screen mask, yeah.
Well, welcome to Jamaica Ding.
I can live with in life. Obviously, my husband.
We were just watching Chantal eat the Jamaican beef patties. We had an island theme night.
And then, no, I'm just joking. I'm kidding, babe. I'll give the deposit, and if I just somehow something happens, I'll just cancel it, I guess. I'll get it back.
Very good point, right? Takes the cake. Right?
Even if I ever got divorced for some reason, there's no way I'm touching another male in my entire life from now on. Nope. Gross. When I think.
What was that? She said she's never touching another man?
There's no dating chaos. And even if I ever got divorced for some reason, there's no way I'm touching another male in my entire life from now on.
Well, that's true. You're never you aren't, but is it? I don't think it's by choice. Like, don't act like it's your choice.
Nope. Gross. When I think of all the.
For once, Foodie and I are in agreement. I also think that would be really gross. Like, the idea of her touching another person is gross.
Creatures I let just like touch me. Ew.
I love how she acts like it's her choice that she doesn't want to be touched. She just said that she's missing a certain type of love. And now she's like, oh, the thought of even being touched. I think we're about to watch a video from a year ago, Jamaican Ting. So this is a perfect chance to get an idea of how her mood has changed now from a year ago and see if she's slowly realizing anything. She misses the love of her father. She says that a lot, Alizu, that she feels like growing up without a father left her with a psychological, I'm trying to think of the right word for it. Let's say a depression. If that's the case, I hope that's not the case, but if that is, that could explain something. But I will also add that Foodie did have a stepfather who was apparently in her life and was a good guy. So that should have at least mitigated that to some extent, even though, there's everybody, every child wants the love of their biological parents. Yeah, she wants a butler. That's what she needs, a butler. Maybe she wants a husband. No, I think that Foodie doesn't want a real husband because a real husband will occasionally tell her when she's wrong. A real husband won't just always do everything she says. A real husband might disagree with her and might say, Foodie, I think you eating and gaining weight during Ramadan is not really like a good way to celebrate anything, your health, your marriage, or your religion. I think you're just messing yourself up. Yes. She wants to be treated like one of those ancient noblewomen or like a goddess, a temple priestess, just having the serfs and then the slaves to feed her, right? That's what she's missing. She's missing that methed up tongue in her salad box, in her salad bar. She wants Nader in her salad bar. Yeah, they ain't touching her either. I don't know anybody. And I love how she says she doesn't want a man touching her. Like, what is she? Is she implying that she's now gonna get a woman or something? Or maybe I'm reading too much into this.
Ew, I have pig. Ew, I have
Welcome in, 500-pound life. Hope you're having a good night.
Okay, I'll make an Amazon wish list, and no one will buy anything for me. So I don't like asking people for things. I guess I can make one, and
I think that you've had sex with that. That goes a typo, but either way. Yeah, she says she never did. I mean, her stepfather, maybe he wasn't there as much for her, but I feel like Foodie exaggerates that a little bit. I feel like she does, but who knows? Maybe it was a big deal for her. She misses the pinches on her cheeks. That's about all she was getting out of Salah. The pinches on her cheeks and the bags of fast food leaves at her door.
Just keep it there. Whoever wants to get.
Welcome to Grateful Life. Hope you're having a great night.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go for now. This is just a short one. More walks, but not in this.
That's possible, Lisa.
My sketches are frozen. Am I sad? I'm like a mix of emotions. Maybe I just want to talk them out. Like I feel like, without getting too personal, but
that's sad.
If I could describe the level of conflicted I feel inside myself.
Jing, I agree
Don't worry
100%.
about it.
She wants kind of what Amber Lynn wants. She wants the caretaker that she can claim as a sex partner also, or as a romantic partner. But really, it's just a live-in caregiver who also takes care of her sexual needs. That's what Foodie wants. She wants a live-in male prostitute who also is like a servant. It's really disgusting and sad. Like when you think about it, like she basically just wants like a live-in maid and also somebody just to sex her, and that's it. Like that's just pathetic when you think about it.
But I'm very
like she has no interest in companionship or love or somebody who she can relate to on a spiritual level or on an emotional level. She just wants somebody to care for her physical needs and her sexual needs. Oh, and also I guess like fill her head with BS, like how great she is. But it's a very messed up psychology.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out like
never, not the way she's looking for.
Productive. It's not a facade. What makes you say that? Like seriously, like I don't understand the grounds.
That's probably true.
Real. I miss my family over there. Of course I do. I spent like a year and a half getting used to that. So
maybe it very well may have.
Time I recognize like I need to be here right now.
That's a good point you're making, Ting. Chantel has lost a lot of. That's another thing. Look how much she's lost to her obesity over the years. Her hysterectomy, from my understanding, she was told that her obesity was what contributed to the need for it, contributed to the cysts that led to the hysterectomy. She lost her gallbladder. She's what else? She's got enlarged heart. She's got liver damage, kidney damage. All of her organs, not all of them, but a lot of her organs are failing her because of her obesity. How many more is she willing to lose? It's really sad, and it would be a good explanation. I do agree with that. Nothing else was being pitched. He never tossed that salad without being too personal, right? Well, you know what, Zuli, I'll say in Chantel's case that I know that sometimes hormones are not recommended for some people, like they can cause some health issues. So maybe she experienced some. I mean, it's her decision to make. But if she's not taking anything, that would definitely have an impact. Takes the cake. You're right. That's what she's looking for. She's looking for a feeder, but she's too proud to admit it. She doesn't want to admit that she wants a feeder. She acts like she's too good for that. She's like, no, I don't want a feeder. That's nasty.
Sam will go crazy. You think so? I don't have a winter coat. It's hard seeing pictures of like Salah and Julia and Howie.
Susie Q, she's gotten so much bigger too. That's the other thing.
So I don't know what to do.
Foodie's gained so much weight since she came to Kuwait. She's gained over 100 pounds.
My live streams can't be very eventful until I just establish a life here. I just need everyone to be patient. Please. People do long distance. It's not that unusual. Yep. Yeah, but you think so? I really have nothing to offer this man. He has to support himself. Like,
That is a great point, Kitty Goddess. That's an excellent point. And that's why I'm surprised they're still together. Because I always felt like you said, Foodie wants Salah as a quote unquote trophy husband, as the hot guy, right? If he is Mr. Poop Scatman now, and no other women want him because of that, he has no value to her. Because he doesn't provide any love or any sex. He's her delivery boy. But as far as being that guy, who is going to make other women jealous in her mind, he doesn't do that because they all see him as a weird pervert now. Am I wrong? I mean, that's the impression I get, that most people, at least in the girl world viewing audience, don't look at Salah as being cute anymore. They look at him as being a pervert. When they first saw him, we all said, what's Salah's problem? What's wrong with Salah? Why does he go out? Why does he go with Foodie? What's his secret problem? Because on the surface, he didn't look to be like all messed up on the surface. But when we found out that he was secretly a pervert, it all made sense. All right. That to me is what made sense. Her organs are a time bomb. She's voluptuous. That's a very friendly way of putting it, Eliza. I don't know if I'd call Foodie voluptuous, but it's a very nice way to, if you want to say that. Her complexion has gotten bad, and this is the filtered version too. Let's keep that in mind.
No,
this is filtered.
It's gonna be hard here for me. So I have to worry about myself, and he's helping me.
She did say that. Let me rewind that so I can hear that again. But I wanted to rewind that also.
Things here, so I don't know what to do. Look, my live streams can't be very eventful until I just establish a life here. I just need everyone to be patient, please. People do long distance until I just, how we. But at the same time, I recognize like I need to be here right now.
Hold on.
It's real. I miss my family over there. Of course I do. I spent like a year and a half.
I may have rewound a little too much, but let me catch up on the comments.
But at the same time, I recognize like I need to be here right now. So what can I do?
Welcome in, Rosethorn.
Crazy, you think so? I don't have a winter coat. It's hard seeing pictures of like Salah and Julia and Howie.
Well, maybe he wasn't cute, but he wasn't hideous. I think we could agree on that. He was an average guy. He was average. He wasn't
hard without,
he wasn't hideous. There you go, average. He was an average looking guy. We can agree on that.
My live streams can't be very eventful until I just establish a life here. I just need everyone to be patient, please. People do long distance. It's not that unusual. Yeah, but you think so? I really have nothing to offer this man. He has to support himself. Like,
Oh, there it is.
It's gonna be hard here for me. So I have to worry about myself, and he's helping me. But yeah. So he's not a scammer. I really have nothing to offer him to scam me for. Just my love. I just like feel insane. Like I can't keep like going back and forth, but I can't decide. Like
She's saying she can't decide. I think now we got so many people in here. I think this is a great time to share this. My opinion on this whole thing. I think Foodie had to do a border hop for her 30 or 90-day border hop. She decided she wanted to go to Canada so that she could beeze out with the food and with the weed and do all that stuff during daylight hours without having to fear any kind of Ramadan repercussions. Because as much as she likes to joke about how Kuwait doesn't have any real restrictions on what you have to do, they are an Islamic country and you have to follow the law there. So she came to Canada as a way to get away from that. And I think that she was here and she realized that she was alone, that she has nobody, that she has nothing, that she's living in a car, eating Jamaican beef patties, arguing with people on the internet. She has absolutely nothing going on. And I'm not criticizing Jamaican beef patties, but if that's all you have going on, that's not a reason to live in a country, right? So I think she just, like last time, she realized that Salah was not going to stay loyal. He was going to disappear on her the minute she stopped putting money in his bank account. And she couldn't deal with that. She got scared off. Yeah, I think the fat acceptance movement and just a lot of just stinking thinking. I mean, I don't know if I could describe it to any one thing, but just a lot of not thinking clearly. A lot of people are just not realistic about what they bring to the table. And there's a shoe for every foot. You could be big and still be desirable, but that doesn't mean that every single person is going to find you desirable. Some people will, some people won't. And people need to just, understand they need to be realistic. If people like you who like you, people don't who don't. Not everybody is going to like everybody, right? And you can't expect everybody to like you. Doesn't matter how good you look or how good you think you look. Not everybody's going to like you. I mean, we've all learned that lesson, right? We all think we all get ourselves looking good. We all think we're looking hot. And then somebody we like just shoots us straight down. It happens. It happens. You can't be liked by everybody. It happens. Every guy knows this. You're going to get shot down a lot. Ooh, that's a really interesting theory. I really like that. I sounded like a I don't know what that noise was. The Homer Simpson. But yeah, that makes sense. Like she came back here to try to catch him cheating and figured that last time she caught him like in a day or 2 days, whatever it was. This time she gave him a week. That makes sense. That's not a bad theory.
Yeah, the seller comments are getting deleted because my mods like.
Yep.
That's why the mods, like, they respect me.
Everywhere she goes, she brings herself with her.
The person I love, even if, like, you don't like him, then, it's still a respectful thing. Like, I don't know. It's like, hi, then. I'm annoying. I'm so annoying.
Yep.
I feel like I'm having an anxiety attack. Like, for real, I'm having an anxiety attack. Why did I come here?
Yeah, I think that's a good attitude, Empress Chavanin. I think that I've been big. I've been, even now that I'm at a healthy weight, I mean, I'm still not a fitness model. I'm still a little bit chubby, compared to some, fitness model. I think she's very paranoid about that Jamaican thing. I think that's definitely part of why she can't stay in Canada. Even if she wanted to stay in Canada for other reasons, Chantel can't do it because she knows that Salah would embarrass her again. But yeah, back to what Empress Shamanin was saying here. Yeah, the whole fat acceptance thing, I think there's very different from respecting people, than encouraging people to be unhealthy. I think that's two very different things. Respecting people and regardless of the size is different from encouraging people to be unhealthy and telling them that it's good to be unhealthy. That's different. That's very different. And I don't think we should confuse that. All right, so let's let this keep going. There's only a few more minutes here, and then we're going to do the retro.
I get homesick. Just breathe. Thanks, Mama, today.
Oh, and I was thinking of covering a little bit of Queen Cobra, but she's just been rude and disgusting and nothing really interesting. So, in my opinion, at least.
No, it's not a visa run. It's supposed to be a lifestyle change. Okay, let me think my rationalization. I can't. I get bored easy.
Welcome in, Jamie. Hope you're having a good night.
I can't be fully happy in either. It's weird. Like, I can't be fully happy here and I can't be fully happy there. There's things I'm missing in each situation.
Foodie here with a very good comment. And Dot, something, Dot, I don't want to accuse. So I'm not going to say that if she is or she isn't. I don't. But if she is, she needs to be very careful because I know Kuwait is very lax with a lot of laws. So Foodie may have decided that she doesn't need to follow them, but they can be very strict with things like that. So yeah, if Foodie thinks that she could just smuggle some stuff into Kuwait, please don't do that, Foodie. I think you're a fool, but I don't want to see you get 20 years in prison for something so stupid. But hold on, Nirvana, is it cheating if he's not even in a relationship at all? Like, I guess it is because he still is like under a contract. It's like a financial relationship. Like, he's not allowed to cheat because it makes her look bad, even though it's not a real love relationship kind of thing. Does that make sense? Where is Foodie right now? I think she's traveling again. That's what I think. Well, I'll tell you, Jamie, I think I had this conversation the other day. I am in favor of modesty. If people want to wear a bikini, that's fine. But like a thong is a bit much. As a guy, I don't wear a Speedo. I think that's a bit much. I think people should, be a little bit modest. If it's like a pool party and it's all adults and you want to get a little risque, okay, that's different. But if it's like a beach and like a public beach, dress in a way that's appropriate for everybody there. Don't disgust yourself. Oh, I like that new picture, Elizu. All right, let's let this run a little bit. It's almost over.
Like, I can't be fully.
We're going to go to the retro soon.
There's things I'm missing in each situation.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'll just go back and forth until we decide. Like, I don't know. I'm nervous about having him come here with me because, like, I feel like, I guess, like, he takes care of me there, but me, like, I don't know. I would like be the one responsible, like, to take care of somebody, like, around for a weird country for them, and I don't know, like, it scares me.
I love how she says she's scared to bring Salah to Canada, like it's actually her choice. I love how she implies that it's her choice. She's like, "Oh, I'm scared. I'm used to him taking care of me, and I don't know what I would."
I can't travel with Sam. I keep thinking how I can do it. Like, I can't imagine how arduous the travel is, and then having to worry about a 15-pound cat.
She could be.
He's a big boy. Why is he chubby? Why is he so fat and chubby? Why is he so fat and chubby? You'll see all the hot Canadian girls. What? Whatever. That doesn't get me hurt.
Well, I don't mind. Hold on, Elisa. I don't have a problem with bikinis. I don't have a problem with bikinis at all. I'm just saying I think it's good to be modest. I don't I'm not like a Victorian person. I don't like get faint at the sight of an ankle or anything. I'm grown up in America. I can certainly tolerate some exciting imagery.
Like, honestly, from now on, I've vowed to myself, never let myself get like torn up over. If somebody does that,
that's a bit much then. Okay. Like that, so in that case, yeah, if it's nude beaches, I am not interested in nude beaches. Zip it up, folks. Put that away. Save that for the pool party.
It just wasn't meant to be. We both want to
I
travel, but like that's the problem. We made this like whole plan, whole pact to travel, and starting with Thailand. But you're right. If you're healthy, you're not healthy, you can't do anything hardly. So I mean, for somebody with my health issues, I think I push myself a lot.
agree.
Okay,
I agree.
like be my size with my health issues, bad sciatica, bad asthma, and
she's such a hero. She's such a hero. I hope Kidney J is here to hear this, to get to hear somebody who really has to struggle, somebody who really has it tough. Listen to how Foodie struggles, how brave she is. Being sarcastic, if anybody's not aware.
Travel, and starting with Thailand, but you're right. If you're healthy, you're not healthy, you can't do anything hardly. So I mean, for somebody with my health issues, I think I push myself a lot. Okay, like be my size with my health issues, bad sciatica, bad asthma, and try one of those travel days. I'm telling you, oh my gosh.
You try sitting in an airplane for 6 hours when you need to eat every 30 minutes because you're a food addict.
They will break you, like anxiety wise and just physically. It's so hard on the body. So, but I would enjoy it more. Like I wouldn't have to worry. Like imagine going to your airplane gate, not having to worry about like, who you're gonna sit beside, how fat you are.
By the way, how much money did Foodie actually get from that apartment and / birthday begathon that she did? Because that was just scandalous. That she was going to ask for money for an apartment when she had no plans to stay here. That was just, because I know that some of her Beezers have some good money. I don't know where they get it, but some of them are hard up. Some of her Beezers don't have much, and they're simple folks. And for her to take money from them, knowing that they, think they're helping her, is shameful.
You could just fit in the seat, nothing to worry. That's like a huge worry right off of you. I don't know. I try not to worry about that stuff, but
she is.
You're never going to see that person again. You just, yeah. Bye guys. Thank you.
Foodie is such a Foodie's easy to catch because she's so big, but once you caught her, you wouldn't be able to hold her for very long. All right, we're going to do a retro react. 1 second, folks. Let me pull up a bumper here to cover the screen for a second. It's the fastest Ramadan. Let me pull up a fun retro react because I have one. This is from a little bit over a year ago when Foodie first got to Kuwait. This is her and Salah when they first got here. This was over a year ago. She at least used to put on some jams, right? The Middle Eastern dance music. Hey, nothing wrong with that. As long as you're in a good place mentally, you're feeling strong. That's what matters, right? No, hello, Jess, and totally, I agree. Foodie's a wimp. I don't say that lightly because I know everybody's goes through their own struggles and everything, but Foodie, like she gets like a little paper cut. She cries for an hour. She is just a wimp. And I'm not saying I don't think she has real pain, and she probably does have some real difficulties, but they're all like self-imposed. So if she makes herself ill, and then she complains about how ill she feels. It's like somebody who gives themselves a stomach ache. Welcome in, Blue Eyes. It's like somebody who gives themselves a stomach ache and then lays in bed and complains they have a stomach ache, and then they just keep eating more food, giving themselves more stomach aches. Right? She is a crappy person. I was like, she's scrappy. Well, I mean, I guess she's a fighter in the sense she likes to bicker, right? Kitty Goddess, that's what I'm saying. If anybody sending her money is like a vulnerable adult, in my opinion. They're like mentally vulnerable. They're a little slow. They need to be looked out for. What? I could totally see her doing that, Rose Thorne. I saw a Skinny Queen episode where she was back before she got up to the 100,000, where she got 1,000 taken off by YouTube. It was live during the video because the subs were going up every second. It was like going up like a ticker. 1, 2, 3, 4. The subs were increasing rapidly. Meanwhile, she wasn't getting any extra views, no extra likes, and she hasn't gotten any new subs since, except for now, apparently, what you're mentioning, these 400 all at once. It just doesn't work like that. Speaking of subs, anybody here, please sub to my channel if you're enjoying the content. I can certainly use some more subs. I don't buy subs, but I'll take them for free. Who wants to hold her after catching her? That'd be tough. That'd be tough. You have to be really, really strong. She doesn't know anything about a marriage or a relationship. She's so dysfunctional in that sense. Free Swala West restaurant. It's a national treasure. She belongs buried underground or locked away. You know, maybe on the in the back room of a giant warehouse. They can keep her there and, you know, just water her once a week or something. Not quite marriage material. Yeah, right. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if you were looking for a wife for your son or for your nephew or something, and you were, you know, talking to some different women, and you were like, oh yeah, I have a nephew. He's a good guy. He's an eligible guy, or your brother or something. And then Foodie comes up and she's like, hey, yeah, I'm looking for a man. Like, no, never mind. She's a big old baby. She really is. She looks like a baby too. Welcome in, Jess. And welcome in, Kazaya. I think I said welcome in. Oh, Nirvana is cool. I like Nirvana. Hopefully everything's okay with her.
Hello, guys.
Hey guys, welcome to our couples channel. On this channel, we are going to do a lot of...
That is something I didn't think about, but that makes sense. Do they sell? Because they probably do sell them like that. They probably sell it where if you go under a certain number, they'll give you more. They probably do something like a guarantee. Like if you buy 1,000 subs and they get removed, they'll give you back a percentage of them or something, like a money back guarantee. That would make total sense because she got a bunch of subs removed, and now that she's got those extras, so that makes a lot of sense actually, Rose Thorne. But if she is so transparent with how fake she is, it's a circus. It's an absolute circus. And it needs to be, it's like one of those bad circuses too, like where they don't take care of the animals. It needs to be shut down. Yes. I am accepting subscribers. I've opened up a subscribe star. Hopefully it's working. I'm going to do a post on the community tab. Hopefully if it's working, or if it's not, we'll find out. And hopefully that will be able to open up the Discord this week as well. So we can finally get in on that. Anybody wants to be an early adopter. Interesting. Which one was Takat again? Was that a woman in her community? Oh, that was the one who she got the subs from, was it? Okay. That woman sounded, I don't know much about Takat, but from the little bit I heard, she sounded like a nice lady who just seemed like she, you know, just seemed very, trying to think of the right word for it. Just she seemed very upfront. She just didn't seem like somebody who was trying to run any kind of scams. And she just was honestly trying to help somebody who she thought was, you know, a nice person. So I think she's just giving Foodie the benefit of the doubt. And you know what happens with that. Okay, so this is a year ago. Look how much smaller she is. Look how much smaller. Chantel looks absolutely tiny. Look at her face. Look at that. See the big pad that used to be, that's on top of her nose? It's not there anymore. This was back when her glasses would still fit on her face. You see how it lays flat on the forehead? How her eyebrows don't stick out? You can really see on her face how much weight she's gained.
Food-related content and travel and just...
It's crazy how much weight she gained.
And today, Salah is taking me to a very nice restaurant here in Kuwait, and I'm so excited to try it. I'll let him tell you a little bit about it.
Well, it's called Farid Swaleh, and it's a very famous restaurant here in Kuwait.
Ooh, that makes sense, Dot, because she probably doesn't even know where to go to do that stuff. But YM, he'll do anything for a buck. Good point, Empress. Any guys in here? If you know a woman who acts like Foodie, she's probably got some issues. Probably got some very serious issues. Oh, that is true too. That is true too. Foodie might be hoping to get promotion because of the size of the channel. Oh, she does try to lighten up her eyes. Yes, this is the old one. This is when she first came there. Notice how polite Salah was back then. Back when he was trying to pretend like he was still a real Muslim. Yeah, Takat seems like she might be a trusting person. He was happy back then. This was back when he was living in that crappy place.
a special, delicious Kuwaiti food and special style of the decoration or the tradition of Kuwait here. It's very nice, and I hope.
Look at how he acts so serious, like he's putting on a performance, like he's reading off a. And look how happy she looks. She's beaming. This is so different from now, where she won't even put him on camera.
You guys will enjoy it. So, let's go.
Yalla.
Welcome in, Johnny G. That is another video. I think we're going to watch that one next week because we don't have enough time for two. But next week, I think we're going to watch the retro with the picnic. When they go to the desert for the picnic, that was when they had the big falling out. That was back when Chantel and Salah were still pretending that they were part of a social circle. Or apparently Salah was part of a social circle. But after that, they were all kicked out of the friend group because Chantel made such a bad impression. Yep. And I'll comment on this restaurant. This restaurant looks pretty nice, but again, we learn now that this place, the reason it's so empty is because in Kuwait, especially during the summer and during the fall, nobody goes out during the day. It's too hot. I mean, this restaurant looks pretty nice, though, I will say. And we wonder, and she wonders why we say we think that she's broke. Because we don't see her going to places like this. Foodie loves food. She calls herself Foodie. I mean, it's who she is. She loves food. Food hates her, but she loves food. This looks like a nice restaurant. Foodie, if she has money, she spends it on food. That she's not going to nice restaurants tells me that there's a money issue. Because if she had money, she'd be spending it on food. You get what I'm saying? It's like if a musician is broke, he's not going to buy musical instruments. Foodie not going out to restaurants tells me she's got money trouble.
Oh, cool.
Don't insult Dolly Parton's rap.
Oh, wow.
That makes total sense. I think Foodie, welcome in, Vixen, by the way. I think Foodie really wants to be a part of the Muslim community on the internet because she sees it as a shield. She feels like if she's a member of a larger community, people can't attack her for things that she does that are wrong or that are rude or that are scammy or whatever. People want to criticize her because they just don't accept what she says on face value. She wants to pull that old, it's Islamophobia. It's because I'm a Muslim. She's so desperate to pull that stuff, but it's not going to work because she's clearly not any kind of legitimate Muslim. And I think that people like Takat, who seem like they want to believe people, they're going to give her the benefit of the doubt, but they'll learn. We all learn eventually. She doesn't say Yalla as much as she used to. That's a good point. And he is avoiding the camera here. He always avoided the camera, especially in the beginning. But now he won't go on. That's what I believe. I do agree with you, Jamie. He does not want to go on. So here's the idea of the menu in Kuwaiti dinar. A Kuwaiti dinar is about $3.60 in Canadian. I think about $2.75 in American. So this is actually a pretty good price. Like one Kuwaiti dinar is only like $4. So if you can get an appetizer for only like $4, $3, that's a pretty good deal in my opinion.
Yeah,
very reasonably priced. Fried prawns for 3 dinar, that's like $12 less. I don't know what a lot of these foods are, unfortunately, but the prices seem very reasonable. Chicken curry, that's less than $10. So yeah, that's quite a good deal for what looks like a nice restaurant.
Looks delicious and fresh.
Here's a little bit more expensive stuff here, but still, it's not crazy. That's like $15. The most expensive thing on the menu is still less than $20. So that's not bad.
Ooh, yum.
Juice.
Yep.
Ice cream and juice.
Oh, they have cocktails. Those are probably virgin cocktails with no alcohol. But yeah, they're even the drinks are not expensive. Halva. Halva is fresh halva. Let me share. This is here, word of the day. Some information. Halva is the word of the day. It's got the W, but I've always heard it pronounced as halva. It might be halwa. It's a sweet dessert made from crushed sesame seeds and sesame oil with sugar and other flavors like vanilla or chocolate, maybe some Middle Eastern spices. I don't really know the different kinds. I don't know what all these different flavors are. But yes, halva, it's good stuff. In my opinion, I think it's very tasty. You know what it tastes like to me? It's almost like ice cream that doesn't melt. It's almost like ice cream that you can eat at room temperature. Like, think of it like that. It's creamy like ice cream, but it's not cold. So it's almost like ice cream you can eat in the heat.
Shukran habibi. Yalla, let's eat. So back in the day, people used to eat with their hands.
And this place makes traditional halva, fresh. So this really looks like a nice restaurant. I bet Chantel loved buying the halva.
Traditionally, people still do. So we're going to try eating with our hands instead of a spoon.
Ooh, that's a good point you're making, Ting. She is too big now. Like these places, like she probably has trouble fitting in the chairs because the maximum weight limit, I don't know how much it's going to be, but in a place like Kuwait where they don't have as many people who are so overweight, it's probably not going to be 400 pounds. And she's over 400 at this point, well over 400.
Ma'bouch, they call it ma'bouch. It's like
that's a good point.
With hot peppers. Okay. This one, sweet pickles, not salty.
That's my belief too, Dot. That Salah just tells her, "Oh, I need 10 dinar to go out and buy the food," and he comes back and she's like, "Oh, what's the change?" She's like, "Oh, well, yeah, I needed money for gas, and I needed money for some cigarettes, and I bought you some hashish or not hashish, bought you some shisha, or whatever." And I think that's where a lot of the money goes. I think that he's just nickel and diming her.
This one, Georgia, with basal, lemon. Georgia, I think you know it.
Watercress.
Yes, this one is onion. This one lemon.
I'm gonna try these pickles because I really like pickles, and I've never had carrot.
Look at how Salah is trying to lean in, so it looks like he's being. This look on his face is so calculated. It's telling me that he's thinking in his head, "I want to look like a boyfriend, but I don't want to give Chantel the impression that I actually like her," because this is when they were first meeting. So he was probably scared that she would try to make a move on him physically if he was too forward with her. Remember what Aless said, that at night he's scared to sleep in the same room as her because he likes to save himself. So take that to mean what you wanted to. But I think that Salah is trying to get as close as he can without actually touching her.
Sweet pickles. Like this just looks like rough, chopped up, homemade pickled carrot.
Go ahead.
Bismillah.
Who knows? I agree.
Oh my gosh.
For the first time.
How do you say delicious in Arabic?
لذيذ. طيب. مشاهدين.
Interesting.
Very delicious, guys. Mm.
Yeah, I know that it's almost 3 times the amount for the Americans, Alan. It looks good, doesn't it? Fresh, looks fresh.
It's so private.
So fresh.
So private.
So fresh. Welcome in, Abersham.
The waiters knock at the door to come in and bring you your thing.
I forgot about that. The so fresh. That was her line that she was using there every 5 minutes. It's so fresh. It's so fresh. And then somebody pointed out that Kuwait like barely grows any of their own produce. That most of the stuff is imported from neighboring regions.
And there's a window and everything. It's like your own little cabin with a booth and everything.
Oh, they gave her this little private booth. That's part of the probably why. So that's why Salah took her here. He found a restaurant that has its own little private booth, so they wouldn't be able to see the two of them together.
Nice. Hello.
This is the tabbouleh, and in the round.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Kay.
And this is the content.
Thank you, Kay. I wasn't really well caught up on that. Thank you for clarifying that. Well, first of all, this looks pretty tasty. It looks fattening, but it looks tasty. It doesn't look. It looks fried, but it doesn't look greasy, which is a good sign. Oh, okay. That's a good. See, I'm glad you noticed that because I didn't even notice that. Yeah, they don't go out to eat like they used to. She's going to try eating with her hands. Such a professional. You're not supposed to eat with the right hand, though. In the Middle East, you're only supposed to eat with the, excuse me, you're only supposed to eat with the right hand, not with the left hand. Yeah, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. He was thinner and healthier looking at first. He looks more like Pete's now. Welcome in, Seafood Pie. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, her complexion. Oh, Dainty Gorilla. But I agree with you, though. Her complexion looked so much healthier then. Like her blood flow looked better. Like I think that you could see the diabetes in her skin tone because her skin tone just looks so much more pallid. And when I say pallid, I don't mean pale because I'm naturally pale. Being pale doesn't look bad. I think pale looks good. I mean, whatever your skin tone is, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being pale. But being pallid is like when you get an unhealthy tinge to it.
And
yes, there's little bits of, I think, bulgur wheat and chopped parsley.
Yes. And here we go. This one called Sharbat Adas. Okay.
Oh, now we know which restaurant she gets the bread bowl from. So this is where she gets the bread bowl. Now we know where so this is, in other words, this is Chantel's favorite restaurant. It just goes to show that she's been going to the same place since the day she got there, basically. I will say on her behalf, the restaurant does look like a pretty good one, and it looks pretty affordable. So I could see why she goes here. But this bread bowl, the calories on here, this is such a... Now we know how Chantel put on 150 pounds in a year. Or in what, 18 months? This is how, with these 2,000 calorie meals.
And this like a pumpkin of bread, okay?
Yeah.
They put inside it
That's
a
possible.
soup, other soup.
It's like a soup volcano.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
Try to put it first.
Agreed. I don't really, I only vaguely understand the feeder mentality, but from what I could gather, I don't know if Chantel is willing to be a good part of a feeder relationship because they want somebody who's very submissive. They want somebody who just kind of does what they're, from what I gather, I don't know much about it, but from what I've seen, they seem to want somebody who's kind of submissive. And Chantel, if there's anything she is not submissive. They could have made out that booth. Yeah, right? I'm sure they did that off camera.
So fresh. Some of the best of what I've tried. I'm going to try this now.
The
It's just a king.
of other soup.
So this is actually a lentil type of soup inside of a bread bowl. Yum.
Is that that's the one that Nader peed in? That CPAP. Just had to point that out for anybody new. It does look pretty good. I have to say, it does look pretty good.
No way.
What do you think?
Oh my gosh. The bread, the inner layers of the bread just melt in the soup.
Just mix the bread with the soup together. It will be so delicious. Okay.
I think, like, I can't say for sure, but I think that it was very impulsive. I think she kind of went back to Kuwait, went back to Canada. And then when she saw that, then she kind of just thought about it and was like, okay, well, what am I going to do here long term? Am I going to get an apartment? Am I going to get my cats? Is Salah going to be faithful? Faithful. Is he going to not embarrass me? I guess that's a better way to say it. I think she knew that there was no option for that if she wanted to keep Salah in her life at all, she basically had to go back and support him financially because there's no other reason he would have anything to do with her. Right? She becomes very well behaved if you could give her something to distract her. It's like playing a flute for Snorlax. Welcome in, Kay. Not part of the feeder community. I don't even know, but I just feel like she has the wrong personality for it. That's the impression I get. Like she's got the right mentality as far as wanting to eat and just sit around, but she doesn't seem to want to be told what to do.
Watch this the soft bread on the inside. It's just like
I know, right? It's not funny, but it is.
Yummy.
hella food.
She does really show it off, like no one of us have ever seen it before. I will say it looks good, but she's making a bit much out of it. She did. She acted like a She acted like she knew she was on camera.
Isn't it delicious?
And look how back then she actually allowed Salah to have a bite. Notice how now she always says, oh, I'll give a bite to Salah for later. I'll give him a bite. She never gives him a bite of her food anymore. Back then, she actually gave him an entire bite of her food, and she was smiling. She wasn't even angry about it. Now, if he goes to get a bite, she gives him a dirty look. Here, she was happy. She's like, oh, yes, please have another bite.
Yummy.
Look at how happy
So
she is.
good.
Perfect.
The main course is up soon. Wow, the food has arrived, and when you look at this delicious spread, the white bowl is Leban, a drink, and the red is called dakus. I'll show you what it is for later. And of course, my lentil soup. Here we have
Worst kind of person.
majboos with meat. I think it's a leg of lamb,
Yep.
with some of the rice, savory rice. And here we have the chicken majboos,
Yep.
with also the savory rice. And we had a friend with us, and this was their meal, some kind of yummy looking grilled chicken.
All right. Now, this restaurant here, I'll say this. This restaurant, it looks good, but this to me, like, this is kind of, I don't know about these recipes. Are these like, maybe this is a traditional Middle Eastern recipe, or maybe this is like a modern fusion recipe. I mean, it probably tastes good, but it just doesn't seem like very, very fancy to me.
Rice.
You know what I mean?
And
like, it looks very simple, even though it probably does taste good.
we had a friend with us, and this was their meal, some kind of yummy looking grilled chicken and fries.
Notice I said we had a friend with us, and this was their meal. So this was back when they still hung out with Murad and his wife. And we're going to see at the picnic, when they go to the picnic, that was the last time that she hung out with, quote, friends.
And that bread, and the tabbouleh. I'm so hungry. And the watercress. And I just want to eat.
Yep.
This is the dakus. It's a sauce that goes with the majboos. You're meant to put it on
Very
the
much.
rice to eat with it. All right, here's one last look at the spread. Bon appetit. Yummy. All right, the food has arrived. Diet Pepsi.
That sounds good. Welcome in, Vixen. I didn't welcome you in already.
Mountain
You're having a
Dew.
good night.
Good night. This is my favorite soup so far.
We don't really need to. I'm not going to stop while we watch the meat. I'm not going to do a full calorie estimate because I can't see exactly how much Chantel eats out of this. But I'm going to say that this bread bowl with this soup has got to be like 800 calories or something. This looks very caloric to me. And along with the platter of rice and the chicken, maybe she ate a little bit less because she's in public. But this looks like one of her 2,000 calorie meals. Like Chantel just eats so much at a time that she probably had near 2,000 calories with this.
I'm going to try eating with my hands. What do you think? I want to eat with my hands.
Okay.
Yeah, this was the honeymoon phase. Look how she's trying to eat with her hands, just using her right hand.
My abaya, sorry.
Look how Salah is actually touching her arm and moving her sleeve. Look how they actually look like, he actually looks like he cares about her in this picture. A little bit, not a lot, but a little bit.
Oh, perfect.
Whoa, perfect. Did she manage to spill it all over herself? She didn't even, like, and I understand, you know, not everybody's good the first time you do something, but come on, how do you get rice over everything? She got it all over her hands, all over everything. That was,
means no problem.
and I love how Salah is eating with a spoon, and she's trying to do it with her hands.
I'm going to take the chicken and the rice. The rice is buttery, light, fluffy, seasoned perfectly.
It does sound good.
I can't describe what it's seasoned with, just very, a bit salty.
That is Chantel's fantasy. I mean, she says it though, to be fair. She is so much smaller here, Jamaican ting. Yes, look how much smaller she is. Like just if you look at the size of her in the frame, and I understand that the frame is something that is affected by whether you're zoomed in, zoomed out, the position of the lens, but just look at how much space there is to the side of both of them. How much less space she fills like half of the frame, and he's being pushed out of the other side. Oh, like the Diet Pepsi. Good point, Empress. Good point. Like Diet Pepsi does not matter. Oh, geez. All right, folks. Well, I think we're going to start winding it down in just a minute. We're going to let this video run just a little bit more.
The chicken is
has a really nice roasted chicken flavor. It's so delicious.
Does anybody know if Skinny Queen or Hannibal's going to be on tonight?
Lamb meat.
Together. Ready?
Let's go.
Yeah, it is.
No need to go back.
No?
I don't know, Nutty. Honestly, I don't. Like, I think so, but I'm not sure.
You have some fresh watercress?
Yummy.
Watercress tastes a lot like arugula.
So fresh.
We're going to let this run a little bit longer. Skip ahead just a little bit. And I'll say this. This video here, even though, yeah, it's just a video of Chantel eating, her channel is basically called Foodie Beauty. If she wants to make content of her going out to restaurants and eating, it's way more interesting than her just sitting in her apartment and eating. Like seriously, like I couldn't care less about Chantel eating, but some people do. Some people like to watch Chantel eat. And for those people, this is much more interesting for them. So give your Beezers what they want, Chantel. Give them some actual footage of you eating. All right, so here we get to the end where she has the sweets at the end. That is a lot of food. And notice how Chantel doesn't eat as much back then, because now she would eat this entire bowl before she even started on the other food. Here, she only took a few bites out of it. She barely even touched it. And she looks almost full.
Do you guys know what this is? My favorite.
Good night, Nancy.
What's the Arabic word for it?
Good night, everybody.
Lokma? Oh, lokma.
Oh, he's live right now. Okay, excellent.
Awama.
Oh,
I will sing
you guys
on
know how
over
much I love
Hannibal.
these. These are itty bitty tiny, and they're drenched in a syrup. It's fried dough. I think every culture has their own version of donut or fried dough or something. But this, let's try it.
What do you think?
I can't think. It's too good.
Perfect.
I'll let you know when my brain fog clears from the delicious flavor. Crunchy and sweet.
Okay, so here's Food eating some sweets to go with her 2,000 calorie meal. Folks, thank you so much for coming out tonight. I really enjoyed this chance to catch back up on Foodie. If anybody's interested in my glitter and lasers coverage, definitely check out that show I did last week. I'm personally pretty proud of that episode, at least parts of it. I think that some of it was good. Yeah, right? She's so much smaller here, and she was already huge. She was already big. And I'm not trying to make fun by saying she was huge, but she was big. She was a big woman here. And she's gotten so much bigger. It's just wild to think about how Foodie is just like got her foot on the gas pedal, heading straight toward a health crisis. Thank you so much, folks. Please click that like, click that subscribe, leave a comment if you're watching the replay. All right, I'm gonna send you out now with a little bit of music. And I already put the link to Hannibal's show. Go check out Hannibal. He's doing a show tonight. I will see you all over there myself in just a little bit.